Okay, let's get this thing started, everybody. I don't know who's here, but we'll find out. Let's get this thing started. Okay, so let me know how the stream is going so far. As far as video, as far as audio is concerned, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know in the chat section what's going on. And okay, so I think we're live now. Hopefully everything is coming in clear. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and let me know in the chat section if everything is looking good. This is my first live stream, so bear with me. I'm trying to get OBS working right. I had a few graphics. I got messed up, so we'll just go with it with the way it is right now. Let me know if you can see it well. If it sounds good, I hope it sounds good, and let me know. Okay, so let me start off by saying welcome, and it's good to be here. I don't normally live chat. Actually, this is my first one, and if you know me by now, you know I just do pretty much reviews, unboxings, of course, but here on YouTube, I want to start getting more involved with my community, and hence that's why I want to do this live chat. So let me know. I don't know if anybody's watching or not, but you know, I'm curious to know. Anyway, so let's start off with what I've been doing lately. This week I just checked out the couple of cases sent over by Ghost Tech. You didn't get a lot of views, and I'm not surprised. I don't expect to get a lot of views in terms of the cases. Again, this one was for the Galaxy S10 Plus, and there were some pretty nice cases. Now, I also released, I believe it was on Monday, the Chromebook, the Lenovo Yoga C630, the Chromebook. And, you know, by the way, I don't like the naming conventions that Lenovo is going with. We looked at a Lenovo Yoga C630 about a month ago, and nobody really I mean, this is not a great name. So as far as the Chromebook is concerned, it was a very nice device, but I didn't get a lot of views on that either. So not really sure what's going on with that. But if you don't want to see Chromebooks, let me know in the comment section below. Now, as far as the what's upcoming on this channel, I do have one thing I wanted to check out. I didn't get a chance to check it out at the end of last year, is the Dell XPS 15. And I want to just say, I can't wait to check it out. It's got the Coffee Lake processor. It's got the NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti. How you doing, Sean? Tech for your needs. How are you? I'm glad to see you guys here. Yeah, so I'm going to check out the Dell XPS 15. And I want to compare it to the X1 Extreme that I took a look at. I want to compare it to the... yeah, see, nobody likes Thank you, Chillmaster. Nobody likes Chromebooks. I appreciate you watching anyway, but yes, I like Chromebooks. I think they're okay. I think, you know, they've matured. I like the fact you can run Android apps on them. So I don't know. You tell me. Do we not? In fact, I wanted to check out the Chromebook from Asus that just got released, the C434 or something like that. And let me know if you want me to do that. How you doing, Freak D? It's good to see everybody here. Hopefully more people will start watching as this stream goes on. I don't know why people get Chromebook hate here, Sean. I don't know. I like them, but let me know if you don't want to see Chromebooks. I will definitely limit the amount of Chromebooks on the channel. Now, what I know you guys do like, I think, obviously, is going to be 15-inch devices. And these 15-inch devices, by the way, are great. And the X1 Extreme I just checked out last week, and then the Dell XPS 15, which I have coming today, and the HP Spectre X360, the 15-inch I just took a look at. That's been great. Now I want to see how the Dell XPS 15 will handle everything. It's a Coffee Lake processor, GTX 1050 Ti with Max-Q design. So I can't wait to get my hands on that. Now, I also have a few other things coming I can't really talk about yet. So stay tuned. They have a lot coming on the channel. But getting back to it looks like nobody wants to see Chromebooks. So let me know. I mean, again, I can have a lot coming up on that. Now, as far as I don't have any new phones coming as of late. I'm trying to get my hands on the P30 from Huawei. I'm trying to get them to send me one, but they don't always send me what I want, so to speak. Hopefully they will. What about some other phones? Let me think of other things that are coming out. Now, I noticed that Tech Tablets did the Shark 2 release. I'm thinking about maybe getting one. That might be something that may be great. Tony, I see you bought a HP based on my review. Okay, thank you. That's great. Great devices. I love the HP Spectre line. I love the 13-inch gem cut. I like the 15-inch gem cut, of course. And I love the EliteBook, by the way. I just took a look at that last week. That EliteBook, by the way, the 13-inch is amazing. It's actually pretty much checks all the boxes. It's one of my favorites of all time. Great battery life, great performance out of the processor, great display with that 4K display. Even the Full HD is supposed to be very good. Battery life is really good. Everything we'd want on it. Now, I'm going to hopefully get a HP Envy 13T coming in, the refreshed model. Hopefully next week, I think I'm getting that. So that should be an interesting, more of a budget-minded, but it's not really budget, but it definitely has some premium features, but it doesn't break the bank. So I have the new HP Envy coming, so I'm looking forward to that. Now, as far as two-in-ones I have coming, I have the Dell XPS 13 9380. Now, I took a look at this one back at CES 2019 in January, and I was very impressed with it. So I'm taking delivery of that hopefully by next week as well. So I have a lot coming up. Now, that one, I'm happy that they put the camera in the proper placement. So I'm happy to see that. And as far as performance, I'm looking to see how the Whiskey Lake processor does on that. Now, as far as the MacBook X Pro, I'm trying to get a review unit from Huawei for the 2019 version. Now, I love the last year's version, as you know, one of my favorite laptops, ultra portables of 2018. So that was great. So yes, Sean, I will be hopefully getting the MacBook X Pro. Now, I don't know why Huawei doesn't want to send me these in advance like some of the other YouTubers get it. I know they do. But these videos actually do very well on my channel. So hopefully they'll start seeing that. No, HP has been sending me stuff, so that's great. And hopefully I'll get some more. I know Lenovo's been sending me stuff lately, but I'm hoping to get more review units. That's been tough, you know, and especially if I have to go out of pocket and buy them. Some of these devices I'm taking. Hopefully you like the stream, everybody. Let me know, by the way, if you are hearing this okay and if it looks good visually, because I'm still playing with some of the settings. But as far as upcoming devices, you can let me know what you guys want to see on these devices, because I really, you know, some of them are expensive, and not all these manufacturers or these makers of these devices are sending them to me. They're starting to, as I'm starting to get closer to 60,000 subscribers. We're going to hit the 10 million mark probably in the next day or so. So, Frank, thank you. It looks good. I'm glad for that. Sound and video looks good. All right, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So I actually had a lot more graphics and stuff set up, but I screwed up my OBS settings. So next time I'll have all that set up. I had an intro. I had the, you know, a bumper in, you know, coming into it. Also I had some text on the bottom, but it all got messed up. So anyway, I'm happy that the stream is working well. Now, getting back to that Dell XPS 13, let me know if that's a device you want me to go in depth with. I do have that coming. I do have the HP Envy 13T, which is all refreshed here for 2019, so that's coming as well. I've got the Dell XPS 15, which I should get tonight, which I'm looking forward to putting it against the X1 Extreme, the HP Spectre 15, the gem cut that I just took a look at. So those I think will really be pretty good. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate the love. Let me see. Anything else? It's okay. We're learning stages. Yes, I am in the learning stages. I don't normally do live streams. I'm hoping to make this of a more regular basis to live stream. I would like to interact more with the community as I get bigger, as the channel's growing. I think this is something I definitely want to do. Yes, I will go in depth on the XPS 15 and the 13. I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'm looking forward to doing some more head-to-head comparisons. I haven't really had the time to do a lot of, thank you, Tech for Your Needs, a lot of time to really put head-to-head. So I like to do with my graphics, with the performance results and so forth. I try to give you as much as I can building those up, but I'd like to do more dedicated videos of head-to-head. But let me know if that's something you want me to do. I definitely can do it. Thank you, Raphael. I really appreciate it. I have a lot of ideas on the channel, and again, live streaming is definitely going to be one of them. I think I also want to check out some more things as far as drones are concerned. I don't know if you guys like that, and more car videos. Now, the other thing about that is I know I did one video with the my Model 3. I took delivery of the Tesla Model 3 back in October. It got about 26,000 views or 27,000 views, which isn't bad considering I never did a car video. So that should be interesting. But I got other news. I did take delivery of another car. I must be a glutton for punishment because I love the Model 3 so much. I definitely had to get the Model S. So I took delivery of a pre-owned Model S, a 2015. So I'm going to be doing a video at some point very soon, buying a new Model 3 versus buying a pre-owned Model S, because they're very similar in price in many ways. What should you do? So that should be something I might be looking to do. Thank you, Raphael, for the nice words. I don't know if I'm an amazing YouTuber, but I think we are building something here, so that's great. Yes, Freak D, I will do head-to-heads. Yes, upgrades for the cars. Yes. I'm thinking of doing a wrap actually for the Model S. But first I want to just do a walkthrough, a regular, just a sort of an unboxing, so to speak, of my Model S and see how it's going. So far I've had it about a week, and I think I want to do some more car videos. I don't know if you guys like cars. Let me know, because especially tech cars like the Model 3, the Model S. I know there are dedicated channels on that, some really good ones. I know Ben Sullins does a really good one with Teslanomics. I know Now You Know That. Those guys do a great job on that. There's a lot of Tesla videos out there. Thank you, Tony. Yes, I will be trying to do more live streams. I'm going to hopefully do it once a week. At least trying to going forward. I also do a lot of, obviously I try to give you at least 1 to 2 videos a week. So the Model Y, Sean, is very interesting. It's about 70% Model 3 basically. So I don't know. I'm still undecided on the Model Y if I like it. I'd have to see it in person to decide if this is something that I want to do. Some more cheap accessories for expensive devices. Yes, I actually, Freak, I do get a lot of requests from third-party manufacturers for cases, for accessories. I don't like to do a lot of them because some of them are just not very good. But if I do come across some accessories that are cheap, good for these expensive devices, I definitely will. Tesla clones. I love Tesla, so I don't know. And they're very expensive devices. Very expensive automobiles. So yes, I will be doing the Tesla stuff, punch car. If other companies can reach out to me, I definitely would be interested. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that once again. This is a lot of fun, by the way. I don't get the chance to interact with you guys too often other than in the comment section of the videos. But yeah, so far what I've seen so far with the videos that I did last two videos. I did cases for the S10 Plus. Not too many people watched that. You know, I'm not surprised. And I also did, of course, that Yoga Chromebook C630. So that was, as far as I'm concerned, a very good Chromebook. But again, I didn't get a lot of views on that. Maybe I got 1,700 views, which is low for the channel. Some videos just certainly hit, some don't. There's no rhyme or reason that I can see, depending on what the device is. Good value. Yes, thank you, Freak. Yeah, very good value propositions, worth your money. Thank you. I tried to give in my reviews a focus on what you need to buy the device. So I tried to see, you know, all the different factors: battery life, performance, all the things you'd want to know. How does it look? How does it hold up over time? The value proposition, as you mentioned, is it worth your money, so to speak? So these are things that we need to look at when these devices come out. Thank you, Ahmed. I appreciate that. I'm fine. I'm well. Hope you are well as well. Some very interesting comments so far. I'm very happy to be able to interact with you guys. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. I'm certainly open to. I know I'm rambling on a little bit. I don't really have a script. Alienware. I would love to review some Alienware devices, Matt, because I've had my eye on a few of them. I want to do some more gaming stuff on this channel. So look forward to that. I'm trying to get Alienware to send me some stuff. So Dell, I'm trying to get Dell to be more, to work with me. So hopefully keep our fingers crossed. I've been working that. What is the best tablet operating system for Windows? The best tablet operating system. Well, you know, Windows does have a tablet mode, if I'm understanding what you're saying. Windows definitely is touch enabled as pen support, so we'll see that. I love your true. Thank you, Frederick. I appreciate the nice words. I'm just reading some of these comments right now. Anybody else with questions? Because this is kind of fun. Yeah, I have a lot of things I want to do. I want to do more gaming laptops on the channel. I want to start moving forward on that. I did check out NVIDIA's event back at CES 2019. They did invite me to their suite for a private event, and I did make some contacts there. So hopefully I will be reviewing some of those processors, those GPUs, coming very soon on the channel. But again, some of these are slow to get to me. So, you know, a lot of these bigger channels are getting them first. Tony, what made me start a YouTube channel? Well, my love of tech. I love this stuff. I love, you know, mobile phones. I love laptops. I like two-in-ones. I like mini device. Anything with a screen on it, I basically like, whether it be in my Tesla Model 3, Tesla Model S, on my laptop. I love it all. And your lights and quality professional. Thank you, Tony. You know, it took me. We're going on our year 4 here, so yes, there was a lot of effort, money spent into my studio, and hopefully that's another thing I will do. I'll do a studio tour very soon. So I know a lot of you have been asking me about that. What do you think about phone or laptop hybrids? Do you think that it'll be a trend? What do you mean by phone laptop hybrids? You mean phones that you can plug into the dock in a laptop form, something to that effect? They've tried that in the past. We'll have to see. Should really be worried about the U.S. concerns about Huawei? No. Okay, Sean, let me address this about Huawei. I work with Huawei, and I don't work for the government. I don't have any kind of job for, you know, as far as security is concerned, that is any kind of concern. I don't trust any of these companies, whether it be Huawei, Apple, Microsoft, Samsung. I think they're all selling secrets, all selling your information one way or the other, Google. So if you're asking me, do I trust Huawei? I trust them as much as I trust the other companies. Not very much, of course. Do I think you should buy Huawei phones? Yeah, I don't think, unless you're working for the government and on top sensitive information that you're dealing with, then yes, I think you should maybe steer clear of Huawei. But for everybody else, it's fine. I have their laptops. Love the MateBook X. Love the Mate 20 Pro from that we looked at. The Mate 20X, of course, one of my favorite phones. I don't have it in front of me. Oh, yes, I do. the Mate 20X, one of my favorite smartphones of all time. If you watch my channel, you know I absolutely love this phone. This to me is the best. And I'm actually going to do my follow-up review, long-term review on this coming very soon. I've just been meaning to get to it. Absolutely love it. Love the Mi Max 3, by the way. That's the other giant phone that I actually love. The Honor Note 10 I took a look at. These are things that I absolutely love. So can you trust Huawei or Honor or any of these other companies? I don't trust anybody. So take it for what it's worth. I like your views, not my belief, and to the point, please try to review guys. Yes, I will be trying to do that. Printers, I would love to review. I know Lon over at Lon.tv does a lot of printers and stuff. I would like to start doing that, but I don't know if the demand is there. I know you like it, but if I get demand, of course, I would definitely do that. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate all the kind words. So yeah, getting back to phones, I'm curious to see how the Mate X from Huawei gets followed up. This is again, like I said, I love this phone. It's a 7.2-inch display. It's huge in terms of the screen. It's an OLED screen, which I absolutely love. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is a beast, and I've been using it. I haven't put it down since I got it, so that's been pretty good. What editing software do I use, tech, for your needs? I use Final Cut Pro. I know some people might not like that. I use a Mac. I use the iMac and 2017, and I also use a MacBook Pro. I'm still on a 2016 MacBook Pro, believe it or not, and that's when I'm out of the studio and I need to do editing. I do editing on that, and I use Final Cut Pro. That to me is a game changer. I do dabble in Premiere Pro every now and then and After Effects, but for the most part, 90% of what I do as far as video editing is done on a Mac, and it is Final Cut Pro. Will you do a Galaxy Note 10 Anniversary Edition? Absolutely, Tony. As you know, I have the Note 9 right here. This is the best all-around phone from last year, no question to me. This is a game changer in terms of the S Pen. I like what they did with the S Pen, with the functionality they put in it, being able to take screenshots or selfies with that. I think that's a fantastic use of the S Pen. Yes, I will be doing the 10th anniversary edition of the Note 10. I expect to do that, and hopefully Samsung will invite me to their events. Now, I was supposed to go to their last event, but at the last minute I was not invited, even though I was told I was going to be, and that really ticked me off, considering I've got close to 2 million views on Samsung products on my channel. In fact, my Tab S4 video just hit, I believe it's hit 520,000 or close to that, and that's, it's got to open some eyes. People are watching these reviews, and I think I need to be part of it. But unfortunately, Samsung, I don't know, for whatever reason, doesn't give me the love I need to see. So hopefully that'll change. I want to buy the Intel M3 5th generation Surface Pro. Is it good enough for surfing the net, Netflix, office work, PDF files? Yes, it's a very good device. The M3 will be good for those things as long as you're not planning on doing any kind of video editing or any kind of high-end graphics work. Yes, you'll be fine. The M3 is fine. The Surface Pro is an excellent device. I think the display is crisp. It's sharp. You'll be fine, Ahmed. Let's see. Sean says, would a Note 10e similar to the S10e be any good? Yes, I think it would be a good idea, although I think what makes the Note 10 is the pen, right? The S Pen. So I guess it would have to have the pen as well. Maybe some less features or something. I guess the E would be interesting. It would be a smaller version maybe. That's an interesting question. We'll see. I wish Samsung would do more of a premium S Pen that is in line with the Note line. Yeah, that is great with the... Yeah, so I think the S Pen, to me, if you're into taking notes with your phone, obviously that's the best experience. There are not too many phones out there. I do have on the Huawei Mate 20X, I do have the M Pen. The pen is good, although you can't store it in the device, and you can't, as you can with the Note 10. And it's bigger, but it is a pretty good experience as well. But again, it's not quite as good as the S10 on as good as the Note 9 rather. What do you think of Xiaomi compared to Huawei? Xiaomi's been making a lot of headway. I'm trying to get some more Xiaomi devices into the studio. I like Huawei. I think Huawei has really made some headway the last couple of years, and so has Xiaomi. So I think these are two companies to obviously keep an eye on. I would like to see some more Xiaomi devices made for the United States or North America. Same goes for Huawei, but of course we know the political situation regarding that. What do you think of the Samsung Fold? Oh, good question, Tony. I'm impressed. I like the Samsung Fold as well as the Huawei Mate X that they showed off. I haven't obviously used one, so I would need to see it in person before I can come to a conclusion. I mean, it looks slick, it looks premium, but is it expensive? Hell yeah, it's a very expensive device. So I would love to get my hands on the Fold. Again, if you're listening, Samsung or even Huawei with your device, I would love to take a look at it. Do you use truly wireless earphones, and do they fry your brains? I don't know if they fry their brains. I'm sure our phones are. Pepe Loco 65, that's a good question. I do use truly wireless. I do have AirPods. I'm not the biggest fan of them. In fact, my right ear, the AirPod for the right ear is starting to fail. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but I think they're great device. I mean, it's a great truly wireless earphones. Now, I did check out the Samsung Galaxy Buds. They were good. I don't know if they sound necessarily better than the AirPods, but they're good in their own right, and they actually fit better in my ears, by the way. Next question. Do you think the Samsung Fold will soon be released? I think they're going to release it sometime this year. I don't have any information. Hopefully sooner rather than later. What is your personal mobile phone? I carry the Galaxy Note 9, as you see here, and I also carry, excuse me, I also carry the Mate 20X. So I carry two phones. Yes, I'm one of those nerds. I do it for research purposes. So what do you want? Which is better, MIUI or EMUI? MIUI is very similar to iOS. So if you like that, go with that. EMUI, I've stated in the past, not the biggest fan of EMUI. I think it's a little too much going on there. It's a little bit of a steep learning curve in some sense. So I'm not the biggest fan of EMUI. I've stated that before, but I love Huawei phones. Don't get me wrong. For now, what do you prefer, the Fold X or the Huawei or the Galaxy Fold? Well, the Fold X looks to me like the Huawei Mate X, right? Is that what it's called? Yes. It's, to me, the better of the two. But again, I haven't used either one, and I think they fold a little bit differently. So you want to look at those first. But again, the way, just from looks alone, I think I'm going to go with the Huawei offering. Good choice on phones. I got two phones left. Yes, so you know what it means to have two phones. Thank you very much. No problem, Aladeb. It's my pleasure, of course. So how does everybody like the stream so far? I'm having fun. This is actually kind of fun. I'm going to plan to do more. Again, sorry for there's no graphics or anything. That got a little bit screwed up at the last minute. What laptops am I using? Okay, well, here's the thing with the laptops. Okay, as you know, I get a lot of laptops to review. So I don't actually hold on to too many of these too long because, first of all, I can't afford it. I need to move it, sell it, and so forth, or return it back to their... if it's a review unit, I have to return it back. So my main laptops right now are the Huawei MateBook X Pro from 2018. It's the Core i7 version with the MX150, obviously my favorite laptop. I also, on the Mac side, to do my editing, as I stated, I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro. It's the 2016 edition, so it's getting a little bit long in the tooth, and I'm looking for something. Thank you, Chris from Tech Tablets, one of my favorite YouTubers. Thank you for checking out the stream. Listen, I don't normally stream. In fact, I'm using OBS, and I was gonna have all these graphics and everything. Everything got screwed up. Everything I wanted to put on there with my logo, so I'm just going as it is. What the hell? Yes, but everybody, I'm sure you all know Tech Tablets. Chris is excellent. He just went to China, and he's one of the best out there. Needless to say, of course. Thank you, Raphael. I appreciate it. Sean, make this a regular channel. Yes, I'm planning on doing some more live streaming soon, so that'll be great. I appreciate it, Mohammed. So getting back to the two devices that I really am interested in are the Galaxy Fold and the Huawei Mate X. Now, these two devices to me are going to be either total bombs or it can be fantastic. So we don't really know. From what I've seen on some more hands-on look, some other YouTubers got their hands-on look with it. But again, take those with a grain of salt because those are under very optimal conditions, and their handlers are right there off camera telling them what they can show, what they can't show. So again, the proof will be in the pudding, as they say, when these devices actually get released to the public. Now, the question is, will I be picking any one up? Will I have the Mate X or the Galaxy Fold? It's a lot of money, so I'm going to have to really see where we are and how we can work that out. But yes, I'm definitely going to try to do that. And I'm glad to see high-end cheap tech in the house. Tim is a great fan of the show. He's got his own channel, if you haven't checked it out. I'm glad that he's joined this live stream as well, so that's pretty good. If you haven't checked it out, he's checked out some phones that I checked out. In fact, he did the new mobile G3, the updated version. Did a fantastic job, much better than I could ever do. Of course, I have so many devices coming in, I can't really give it the attention sometimes. So if you want an in-depth look at the new mobile G3, go to Tim's channel, High-End Cheap Tech. He does a fantastic job. Take care, Tony. Thank you for participating in this live stream. You've been asking a lot of great questions, and hope to see you soon on the next live stream and commenting in the videos. Thanks. So I got a lot of great things on the way. What devices are you planning to review next? As I stated, Mohammed, I have the Dell XPS 15, the coffee leg version. I don't have the Core i9 because of heat issues and all that. I stayed away from that. I'm getting the Core i7. It's got the UHD display, of course, the GTX 1050 Ti with Max-Q design, and that's coming very soon. I got the Dell XPS 13 9380. That's the updated Dell XPS 13 that I took a look at back in January at CES 2019. So that's coming up. I have the HP Envy 13T, a great affordable, under $1,000, great offering from HP with a premium design, all metal design, great display coming. That I'm looking forward to as well. I bought a MacBook X Pro thanks to your video and opinion, so thank you. Raphael, my pleasure, great choice, and I'm working on trying to get a review unit of the MacBook X Pro 2019. I can't wait to do that. So you think it's a good idea or bad idea for Google to release new budget Pixel phones now? Okay, so here's the deal with the Pixel phones. I took delivery of the Pixel 3 XL way back last year. Cameras are fantastic. Do they need to get back to getting better pricing? I think so. I think they lost their way. And I think when they started trying to compete with the Apples and the Samsungs with price and so forth, I think they lost the market. And I think their designs have to be better. I hated the notch on the Pixel 3 XL. Love the camera on it. Fantastic. What they can do with one camera, some companies with 3 cameras can't do. So the cameras are fantastic on that, both the front and the rear. But design-wise, I think the Pixel 3 XL needs to be redesigned. Now, as far as a budget offering, it would be nice to get back to the same area that OnePlus is now occupying with their devices, the 6T and so forth. They're making headway price-wise as well as feature-wise. So I think, yes, I think Pixel budget should be something they need to do. Yes, Mohammed, I can't wait either. I definitely will get that out as soon as I can. Is YouTube my main job? It is not. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, at least not yet. It's a part-time job. I work in the legal field here in the United States, and would I rather be doing YouTube full-time? Yes, I definitely would be rather doing YouTube full-time. And if you guys keep subscribing, keep watching, then that might become a reality sometime, hopefully soon. I agree, Tim. Definitely the Pixel could be so much better. Yes, I agree. I think their cameras, though, make up for it in a lot of areas that other phones fall in. So I think the cameras alone, if you love to take photographs with your smartphone, then the Pixel line is definitely, the 3 line is definitely excuse me, definitely worth your money. There are some other great offerings, of course. The Mate 20 Pro to me was a great phone with the cameras on it. Now, I didn't get the P30 Pro, and I'm hoping to get one at some point, but it's a lot of money, and they're not sending it to me. So, but if you want to check out a great review on that, check out Chris over Tech Tablets. He did a great review on the P30 Pro, so check it out. Phones need to be changed and become more innovative, provide more functionality. I agree, Freak. They do need to become more innovative, and I think that's where the Fold and the Mate X come in. So I think those are some cutting-edge phones that we're gonna start seeing from other manufacturers as well. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay, so let me know, people. Let me know in the comment section, what do you want to see as far as on this channel? What do you want to see less of? Now, there's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Now, I've been trying not to take too many sponsored videos or kind of sponsored ads in videos, but the reality is this. Now, this is not my full-time job, obviously, not yet. And so I need to be able to buy these devices a lot of the times because they're not sending it. You know, sometimes they're not sending me these devices. Some of them are, and I'll tell you when they are. And some of them are bought by me. So that means I will have to put some 30-second, 40-second ads in or whatever it is for services. Now, I've done that in the past, and for the most part, everybody's been understanding of it, and it helps pay for some of these devices. And running a YouTube channel, and I'm sure other people who've done this know how expensive it can be to have a tech review channel such as mine, or say something like Tech Tablets. He talks about this all the time. And unless you're in the pocket of some of these OEMs, then you're really buying a lot of this stuff on your own and then having to sell it most of the time at a loss, a lot of times at a loss, trying to recoup your cost to make these videos. To produce a video is very expensive. Now, I do a lot of production quality in my videos, so it costs money. So with that being said, I try to limit any ads and so forth on it because as a consumer of this stuff, I don't like it either. But if I can offer you something of value, yes. I've tried to avoid going to the pay model such as Patreon or members, which, by the way, hopefully will be coming soon to the channel. It's still not enabled. I don't know what YouTube's waiting for. I hit the 50,000 threshold already. But if I wanted to do something like a pay model like Patreon, I don't know. I never feel great about that model. I think I may start doing that to help offset some of this cost, because the truth of the matter is it's very expensive to run a channel on YouTube. So I'm thinking more of trying to find the right balance. How about a video on suggestions for buying good or older laptop models? That's a very good idea, Sean. And I've been thinking about doing something very similar to that. You know, you can pick up some really good laptops, older laptops that are still viable here in 2019, or even refurbished. That's the other thing, or reconditioned laptops. I know some people cringe at that, but there are some great deals out there for refurbished. You can get them on Amazon. Apple has some great refurbished products that they, you know, reservice and so forth, and they put it through some certain testing. I think that's not a bad idea. Right, Matt, I agree. Sponsored video, I'm of the opinion with sponsored videos, keep them brief, and I know I've been guilty of being a little too long-winded with them. Yes, they're good as long as they're not biased. I won't ever offer a product to you that I wouldn't use myself. I know other people say that and everything. I really use some of this stuff, like Windows Professional OEM keys. What's that, LVL.com that they sponsored the channel quite a bit. Other companies have done that as well. And I'm always upgrading to Windows 10 Professional. And again, yes, I would love that. As long as they don't expect a lack of honesty and it's okay, I grew up watching TV. Yeah, Tim, you get it. So you understand. You know, there's a cost to running a channel, as you know. And in order for me to do this, I would have to take on some sponsors. It's just the reality. I know. Otherwise, it's running at a loss, and I can't, you know, I have to be able to eat. So a lot of this stuff is expensive. Yes, but getting back to looking at maybe some of those guys. So what does refurbished mean? Does it mean that it's returned because of a defect? I want to tell you something. A lot of times refurbished or remanufactured or whatever word you want to use for it means that somebody might have bought it, used it for a few days and sent it back. So it's virtually brand new. I've had some really great deals in that situation where I've bought refurbished. I've actually bought refurbished products from Apple, and it actually came in a box that looked brand new. In fact, it looked virtually new. I couldn't tell that anybody actually used it. So refurbished can mean a lot of things. The other thing I also look at, anytime I go to like Best Buy here in the United States, I try to look for open box items. And a lot of times those are returns from people who've just changed their mind. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. And there may not be any scratches. It's almost virtually new. So you get a lot of great deals on that as well. So Zangus Stu Brian, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Yes. Definitely you want to look at those if you're interested in saving a few bucks. Let's see, where are we? I'm trying to see any more comments here. So how does everybody like the stream so far? I know I've asked that before, but we have some new people in the stream right now. So this is my first live stream, so let's hopefully do this. Let's make this a weekly thing. And as long as you guys and gals really comment and do things and, you know, participate, yeah, I'd love to do all this. Tally ho. Formerly Western Gents United, by the way. Everybody, great channel. He was one of my inspirations getting into this business, so he's in the chat. I'm glad to see you there. He's doing some great videos when it comes to laptops and, you know, clocking them, testing the thermals. I mean, if you need to know about a gaming laptop or a MacBook or what have you, a Dell with the XPS line, that's the channel to go to. Excellent. How is my Tesla? No quality issues. After the last update on the Model 3, I've been having a lot of issues. My wife, who's driving the Tesla Model 3 now, experienced a frozen screen the other day. So I don't know what's going on, but it's an easy fix. You can still drive, by the way, with a frozen screen. As far as quality, I haven't had too many issues as far as the build of the car, but as far as software glitches here and there, yes, this is a very much almost like a beta product in a sense, but they're getting better. The last update, though, I have to say, there have been a lot more glitches, a lot more bugs, so hopefully they'll change that. Now, I mentioned earlier in the stream, I took delivery of the Model S. It's a 2015. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's not the performance and all this dual motor. It's just a basic rear-wheel drive, which is fantastic, by the way. I got it for a great deal. 2015, only 30,000 miles on it. And now I'm driving that. It's a little bit more of a luxury vehicle. Has a little bit more luxury feel to it. That has actually been pretty good and very surprising how much I liked it. But the tech in the Model 3 is a little bit better as far as the sensors and everything, and the cameras are a little bit better. So it's a newer device, a newer car. So yes, there has been some issues, nothing as far as a deal breaker. Yes, as far as refurbs, getting back to it, yes, you're using a refurb keyboard, Tim, and yes, it's still perfect after 4 years. Yeah, it should, hopefully. You know, I can't see too many things going wrong with a keyboard. I see only 2 likes on this video. There should be more. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I don't normally live stream, so I'm not expecting a lot, but, you know, this is my first one. Do you like or know ARM Devices channel? He also started experimenting with live streaming. ARM Devices channel. I don't know that channel. You know, I've taken a look at ARM Devices, Windows on ARM. I've been particularly interested in, and we're not there yet. We're getting there. I think the next iteration of these devices will be good. Looking for a cheap Windows mobile device, what do you recommend? Windows Mobile, my friend, is no longer. So if you're talking about a Windows Phone kind of thing, unfortunately, that's dead. I used to love them, by the way. So you might be able to pick one up, a cheap one, I guess, on eBay or something to that effect. Looking for a cheap... Okay. The French guy did some nice factory tours in China. Are you talking about when Chris went over to China? I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Pepe Loco 65. Got to have a very good... All right, Punch Car, thanks for checking out the Live stream. See you next time. Oh, tablet. Okay, that makes more sense. What for Windows Mobile tablet? That's a tough question because there, you know, I used to love the, what was it from Xiaomi? The Mi. Oh my God, it's escaping me. The one with Windows 8-inch device. Anyway, they stopped making them with Windows. They started going with Android. Windows, there's not too many choices. That's the problem. I need to look more into that. I'll get back to you on that. That's a good question. Stay away from Windows Mobile. Yes, well, that's been pretty much dead. You are correct, Matt. Stay away from Windows Mobile, that's for sure. Now, Windows, by the way, Windows 10 is very good. Don't get me wrong. It's got some great touch-enabled features, pen features, and that's why I look at the tool ones a lot. You know, the HPs, the Dells, Asus, and all that. By the way, let's talk about Asus for a second, because I am planning on reviewing the Asus Zenbook 13. Is that what it is? Oh, the Zenbook S. It's a 13. So it's the Zenbook S that has that reverse notch. Let me see if I can bring it up on screen here. Let me see if I can get this working. Give me a second. I'm working with OBS here. I want to put on my capture for the screen here. So let's see. Window capture. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay, so now we're in the screen here. I want to check this out. Let's go to products. A little bit slow connection right now, and I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. Okay, take a look at this. This is the Zenbook 13, the UX392FN. Okay, sorry about the delay. I'm getting used to these controls. This has like a reverse notch on it. Let me see if I go to the product page. We want to go to laptops. Here we go. Zenbook. And let's go to the Zenbook S. Okay, I want you to take a look at this. I'm getting this. This is coming in a couple of weeks, hopefully sooner. And take a look at this beauty. I got a chance to take a look at this Zenbook S13 back in CES 2019, of course. I didn't get a chance to do a video on it, but I did look at it. I did play with it. And that is a reverse notch in a sense. And it, to me, is something very interesting. Now, what they did is they put the webcam, obviously, on the top of the display. It's not part of the display, so it's a little bit of a notch. But the thing is gorgeous. What I like about it, 97% screen-to-body ratio, 2.5 millimeter nano edge design, 13.9-inch display. It's also got the MX150 GPU. So this should be a very interesting device, and I plan on reviewing it. So let me know if you have any questions about that one. What do you think about the Asus Zenbook, the Zenbook S13? That's what it is. The Asus Zenbook S13, UX392FN. I don't know where they come up with these names, by the way. You know, so it's just ridiculous. But yeah, this one looks very portable, sleek looking. It's got the, looks like the fingerprint scanner on the touchpad. GTX, oh no, it's an MX150 GPU. So you maybe can do some video editing, 1080p video editing. And it should be pretty interesting. Let me know if you think this is something you want me to review. I actually will be reviewing this. I can't wait. It's also running Windows 10 Pro. So let me know, again, if anything regarding that device. Now if I can just... Now I have to get back... Oops. Just give me a second. Little technical difficulties here, but I will get it back. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. And we're back. Okay, so how accurate is the Huawei MateBook X for video, photo editing? Is anybody, if you can edit 4K? Last question, what is if I plug in? Now, yes, you can edit 1080p. 4K, not the best, but it can be done on the MateBook X Pro, Elazar. And it goes, what is if I can GPU? Can I plug into a 2-lane Thunderbolt cable? I think you can also use the Razer Core. I think it might work well with that, even with the 2 lanes. Now, one of the reasons I want to check out the MateBook X Pro 2019, it's now supporting 4 lanes as far as that Thunderbolt 3 port. Do you think manufacturers like Teclast and Chewy have improved greatly in build, component, quality in the last 2 years? I think from users, it seems like they've taken notice of global demand. Yeah, I think they have. I think they still have more ways to go in terms of build quality, but they definitely come in at a good price. But then again, sometimes you get what you pay for. So, but they do make some of these devices are really good. Check out, obviously, Chris over at Tech Tablets. He really's got that nailed as far as that segment. I do occasionally check those out. I used to check them out more, but they got very expensive, to be honest with you, for me to buy and then have to resell. So, but I might start checking out some more stuff from Chewy and from Teclast and those manufacturers. I have this laptop and it has a massive throttling issue. I've ran some tests, but nothing extensive you could do. Some more information would be nice. Which laptop are you talking about, Noah? Because we have a few things going on here. Teclast F6 Pro review last year. Got mine initial run with the Gear Best bundle. Still going strong. See, that's a good example of where they did it right. The Teclast F6 Pro. Gareth Ross from UK. Hi, thank you for that comment. Yes, the Teclast F6 Pro is definitely very good in terms of price to performance value ratio. It's very good. Rosemary, I like Asus laptops as well, and I can't wait to check out the S13 as soon as I get it. Why are there so many mixed numbers and letters in the name of laptops? Yeah, it's ridiculous. I agree. Zagata said Brian. I'll just call you Brian. I don't know why they come up with these names that they do. It's ridiculous, especially Lenovo, where they confuse the hell out of you. I reviewed the Lenovo Yoga C630, that's Windows and ARM, and then I reviewed the Lenovo Yoga Chromebook C630, which has nothing to do with one another. It's a different segment, different device, so it just doesn't make any sense with that naming. So, ridiculous. Yes, Tally Ho Tech. Yes, I want to call you Western Gents so bad. Yes, it's still going strong. My MacBook Pro 2016. I haven't upgraded yet. It is getting a little bit long in the tooth, as you know. So I don't know. It still does the job. Yes, it is slower than it used to be, especially when I'm upping my quality as 4K and so forth. So it still does the job. But yes, I'm starting to think about getting a newer version, obviously, of the MacBook Pro, but heat issues are an issue, and I was thinking about getting the Core i9, maybe the newer one, but again, very expensive, so we'll see. Right now, I'm editing most of my stuff on my 2017 iMac 5K. It's done the job so far. I upgraded it to 40 gigs of RAM. It's got a Fusion drive, but it still works great. I have no problem. All right, let's see. What new devices do you think Acer will announce on April 11th? That's a good question. I'm not sure, but I will be keeping my eye open on that. I'm hoping for some premium stuff coming out of Acer. I haven't reviewed an Acer laptop in a while. I used to review them a lot a couple of years ago. I think they've really, they need to really step up their game, to be honest. Asus has really overtaken them in that category. So yes, so Rob Gorin, I will be checking out that announcement from Acer coming very soon. What is the best site or store to buy a laptop, the X1 Extreme in the USA? Where can I find the best deals? I'll be honest with you, go to Lenovo.com, and they're running sales all the time. They really give some aggressive discounts. So you just got to be aware of when they are. I try to post as many deals as I can, but you can buy it there. Go to Amazon. They have some pretty good, decent deals, but you got to be careful there depending on what third-party seller that is selling it, return policy and so forth. But you can find some great deals there. You can go to B&H. Sometimes they have some pretty decent deals, not the best all the time. But I like to stick with the manufacturers such as HP, Lenovo. They actually try to move their product, and they do get some aggressive discounts. So I would check out that if you're interested in buying it, Elazar. X1 Extreme, by the way, great laptop. Thermals could be better, but I have the full HD model, and I'm very happy with it. I will call you Brian. Okay. I think it's better that you get a newer MacBooks. I heard the keyboards are faulty. Yes. Okay. Let's talk about that for a minute. I have the 2016 MacBook Pro. So it was the first year, I believe, they went with the butterfly on the MacBook Pro. And I have the original, and I have no problem on that. I do have a 12-inch MacBook, 12-inch, the small one, for 2016. And I just had to replace the keyboard. The space bar crapped out on me. So they replaced that whole the whole keyboard and the whole top portion of that laptop at Apple for free with their keyboard replacement program. And by the way, I took it in. I made an appointment at the Genius Bar. I took it to my local Apple store. They sent it out overnight, and I had it back within a day. Within 2 days of dropping it off, they had a brand new keyboard on it, and they were going to replace the battery if it was below 80%. As far as the battery is concerned, as far as if it can still hold a charge. Unfortunately, it was still a good charge on it, so they didn't give me a new battery. But I've heard instances where they actually give you a new battery as well. So it's like getting a new laptop. So yes, the keyboard has failed on a lot of them. Now, Brian, will I review the LG Gram 17 or the 14 2-in-1? I'm actually interested in both of those. Now, I reviewed LG Grams on this channel before, and they all bombed for some reason. I didn't get a lot of views, and I'm not really sure why. I like them. I think they're great. They're very lightweight, almost too light in a sense. I think that's the problem. The 17-inch is interesting. It looks like an interesting choice. The 14-inch 2-in-1 looks like an interesting choice as well. Hopefully, I'll get them to review at some point. Hopefully, I won't have to be out of pocket to buy them. So that's what I'm hoping to get from LG. We'll see. It's 3 a.m. in Israel. I just finished a shift to the hospital, and thank you very much. Thank you, Raphael, and I hope everything's great there. I really like your channel and videos. Thank you, and good night in Israel. Are you going to do the review of the Asus C40? Okay, thank you, Dominic. Okay, this one's interesting. All right, because I didn't do so great on the Chromebook that I just did, the Lenovo Chromebook, the Yoga Chromebook C630, I had on order the Asus C434. And for those wondering what that looks like, I'm going to put it on the screen in a second. But it's got some really slim bezels, and I had it on pre-order. Let me put it on here for you. Okay, give me a second. I want to show everybody what this is. This is a very slim bezeled, modern-looking Chromebook. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, this thing is absolutely gorgeous looking, in my opinion. It's got an 87% screen-to-body ratio. It's got the Nano Edge design, much like the S13 we just saw. 14 inches, full HD, 100% sRGB. I mean, it looks pretty sleek, right? Now, I had one on pre-order, but because I got such a bad response basically on that Lenovo, I decided to cancel it, but now I'm kind of wishing I didn't. So I think I'm going to pick one up, the C434 TA. Let me know if this is people what you want me to review. I will do my best to try to make that happen. So let's go back to this. Okay, so now let me add my screen back on here. Just give me a moment. I'll get. By the way, everybody, thanks for sticking with this stream, even though I've had some little bit of difficulty every now and then. Okay, let me just fix this. Oops. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so is that what you want to see? Let me know. All right, Elazar, what are the main differences between Lenovo X1 Extreme, the XPS 15, which I'm going to review, by the way, this week, Razer Blade 15, which I'm hoping to get as well. Can you help me to differentiate between them for video editing purposes? I think they're all very similar in some regards. I haven't checked out the Razer Blade 15, so I'm not going to really comment on that. But I did check out the X1 Extreme. It's got the GTX 1050 Ti with Max-Q design. The excellent for video editing, great for 4K video editing. 1080p is excellent, obviously. Very good. HP makes a pretty good offering on that front as well with the XPS Spectre. I'm sorry, the HP Spectre 15 Gem Cut. I just took a look at that. Razer Blade 15, I don't know too much about. I will like to research that more, and I'm hopefully will get one to review. So hopefully that helps. But the X1 Extreme is really good, and I have the XPS 15 coming. Tonight I should be picking it up. So look for a video this week on that. Yes, the LG Gram, the 17, I recently went to Costco and picked it up. I couldn't believe what it was, lighter than my 15. It's pretty amazing. So that's why I'm so surprised. Maybe it's me, I don't know. But the LG doesn't do well on my channel, the LG Grams. I did the 14 a few years ago, a couple of years ago. And then I did the, was it the 14 or the 15? I can't remember. But all I know is that they never do well on my channels for whatever reason. Samsung does great. HP does great. Dell does great. Lenovo does great. LG doesn't do so great. And I'm not sure why. It's a good laptop. Any thoughts on Intel 10 nanometer? Will we see the 23 like Intel claims? We'll see. I don't know. It's supposed to be more efficient, I guess. And hopefully thermals will be good in those kind of devices. So I don't know. I'm going to take a wait and see approach with Intel. Matt, we'll see when we get some of those devices in the market, because everybody makes a lot of claims right now, but whether they deliver that is a different story, you know. It would be great to watch your review. Thank you, Elazar. Look for it. That would be something I will be doing this week, hopefully. You know, that's the other thing I want to talk about. My reviews take actually a little bit longer than other reviewers, because I go into depth that other reviewers don't. Now, I'm not going to knock them. Bigger YouTubers, they're doing what they're doing, and they're great, and I'm not going to knock them. But I look to what do I want in a laptop. I try to give you in my review. So I'm looking at all the major factors: battery life, processing power, heat, thermals, battery life, of course, build quality, and of course the price. Those are all things that I take into consideration, and I give it to you all. Audio is another one. Again, you want the whole experience. So my reviews tend to take a little bit more. I said you have legal background, but did you also study computers? No, I did not study computers, Sean. I studied law, but I loved computers since I was a young age. My first computer was an Apple IIc, so I'm dating myself a little bit. An Apple IIc, now I remember really clearly, it was fantastic, and perhaps one of the first real portable devices in a sense, because it had a handle on it. I actually had a handle. And then I had a Macintosh SE30, which I still wish I had today, because it's a nice vintage piece to have around. I don't have it. But I did love computers as a young age, and was always interested in technology, from the Apple Newton to the Palms to the Windows Mobile, Pocket PC, all that stuff. I loved all of that as I was growing up and as I was an adult. So yes, so I definitely, in addition to studying in the legal field, I definitely had my eye on computers, but nothing formal. And great video edition also. Thank you, AZ Letras. Thank you. But getting back to my reviews, because I don't get to talk about this a lot, they take a long time. And obviously I have a full-time job in addition to this. So it's a lot of early mornings and late nights that I'm working on this stuff. And then when I come home, that's the first thing I'm doing, is I'm really working on this. So it's, you know, something that, you know, I love doing, but, you know, it takes a lot out of you. So I haven't really experienced that burnout yet. But again, I can see where people can get tired, you know. Yes, I am 1,000 years old, Tim. That is correct. I'm ancient in the YouTube world. No, I'm not. I'm 47 years old, which I guess to a lot of you might be old. I don't know. But yes, I am pushing 1,000 years old, Tim. Thank you. Is there anything you want me to do in the videos a little bit different now that I have everybody here, or the 21 of you here, is there anything different you want me to do as far as lengthwise? Because I've tried to experiment with different things, and it always seems to be, for me to do my review, it's a 13 to 15 minute process in terms of the review. Not process, it's hours and hours and hours, but the video's length is about 13 to 15 minutes. And I always hate those videos where I watch those reviews of these products that I've been anticipating, and it's 5 to 7 minutes, and I'm left with so many more questions than I did. And, you know, everybody has great personalities, and they put on the whole shtick and all that. I actually would love to cut down the length of my videos, but I just seem to I can't, because I try to keep, I want to have those main factors in my videos, and it takes time to explain everything in these videos. But let me know, do you think I should make my videos shorter, or are they too long, or do you want them longer even? I mean, I think my sweet spot is anywhere from 10 to 13 minutes. Right now I'm doing about 13 to 15 sometimes, depending on the device. Phone videos take a little bit longer because of the camera comparisons that I want to do now. So those are the Macs. Review old tech. You know, I want to start looking at some tech from yesteryear, or that should be make for an interesting video. Yeah, I think that might be a nice series to do on them. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion. Thanks. Outside reviews was a good choice. Try filming in different spots. Yes. Problem is, I would love to review more outside videos. Problem is time-wise. I work a full-time job right now, so I have to stick to where I'm, you know, when I'm home. So I'm pretty much in my home studio. But when I'm out and about, yeah, I would love to do more of that, especially car videos that I'm going to be doing. Which Chromebook works the best in tablet mode? Great videos. Looking at that Chromebook Flip C434 that's being released now, that might be one that I'm going to look at. That might be a great 2-in-1 flip that might work well. So we'll see. I just took a look at the Lenovo Chromebook, the C630. I liked it. It's a little bit heavy because it is a 15.6-inch convertible, but as far as the overall experience, it's very good. Really great display, great build quality. That might be one for you to look at. It's a little bit heavy as a convertible, but I'm willing to overlook that because you're getting such a nice display. Thank you, Frederick. I appreciate that. Meteor and informal. Okay, that's good. I would like you to review the HP EliteBook X2 1012 G2. Yeah, I'm trying. You know, that's another thing. I would love to review the EliteBooks. They're very expensive, so I need HP to send me them. Now, they did send me the one I reviewed, the EliteBook X360 that I just reviewed. That was the 1030 G3, and that one was great. I mean, I loved it. I mean, that's a fantastic laptop, but they're expensive. Yes, I would love to do the X2 as well. I like the length of your videos, and the videos take longer than I will sit and watch it. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. I try not to take up too much of your time, but that might be something of interest. If for people they like to watch my videos, great. You're welcome. Let's see what else. Thank you, Tim. My reviews are perfect as is. I appreciate that. I would like to review a little bit more budget stuff. I know sometimes I get a little bit of slack from people saying that I'm reviewing too many expensive products. And I am guilty of that sometimes. I think I'm reviewing things that I like. I'm being a little bit selfish here. Things that get me excited, and hopefully you'll be excited as well when I present them to you. But I will like to do a little bit more budget stuff coming forward, because, you know, these expensive devices, not everybody can afford them. And there are some great budget stuff out there that offer a lot of the same features for half the price. The videos take a look. Okay. Enjoying videos from South Korea. Welcome, Jungwon Lee. I hope I didn't butcher your name. I think 2 to 3 shortening would be great. I'm trying. I am trying to shorten the videos, so bear with me. I think this is all a work in progress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get it down to maybe 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. Hopefully, I can be a little bit faster. Let's see. How much does it cost to you to buy product for your channel, and what do you do with the products afterward? Very good question, Renzo. It depends on the product. Obviously, if it's an expensive product, it costs a lot of money. I usually sell it. Now, phones I usually put on Swappa. I try to stay away from eBay because of the fees. For laptops, I sell on eBay. I sell on OfferUp. I try to sell locally to recoup some of the costs. Other times, I'm given review units by the OEMs themselves, so I don't have to keep them. I return them when I'm done with the review. So it just depends on what it is. So as far as price, whatever the price I have to pay to buy it, I buy it. I try to do as best as I can. I look for open box items, such as in Best Buy. I look for discounted items. I look for refurbished items sometimes. And I'll let you know, by the way, how I get it most of the time. And again, I get rid of that stuff when I'm done, but not always. And I'm guilty of this as well. Sometimes I like a device so much, I actually keep it, which is not good for the channel because it's not good for the bottom line, if you know what I mean. So thank you for the question. Too much info is always better than not enough when talking about videos. I agree, Sean. That's why I feel so guilty if I leave something out, and then I feel like, wow, I could have put that in there. But then again, I got to think about the length of the video. How much do I want to go into it? And I don't want to make a series of videos if I don't have to. I want you to come to one place to get all the information you need to make a purchase decision. Right then, right there. And I try to do that. So hopefully that'll work. I wonder if VAIO will ever offer a budget model. Very good questions, Sean. I just took a look at the the new one from VAIO, the S14. I believe it's what SX14, the SX14, and I liked it. I thought they're really onto something. A lot of legacy ports, very thin and light, very durable. That's a company that has been working with me. They sent me a review unit. I think they sent Chris one as well, and I was very happy with it. That one I actually had to give back, and I kind of liked it. It was really good. I do think they need to lower their prices a bit, but they're trying to make their way. They're no longer part of Sony. Obviously, VAIO is trying to make a name in the business sector, and I think they are definitely a good alternative to Lenovo and the ThinkPad line. I think they definitely are onto something. Would love to see more budget stuff from them. I wish manufacturers would start publishing PWM info. Good, I agree with you on that. Dell sources its 4K panels for the XPS 9380, both Sharp and AU Optronics. Right, and I'm going to be getting the 9380 in the studio hopefully by next week. So we'll see which screen they went with. I'll let you know. Stay tuned. Your production qualities are off the charts, unmatched. Okay, maybe MKBHD. Thank you, Renzo. Marquez does a great job. Obviously, he's been doing this a very long time, a lot longer than I have, but he's great. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, and I appreciate the nice words. Let me see what other comments are here. Okay, so we're already at an hour and 12 minutes, so I'm going to start wrapping things up, I think, because I have things I got to do. I got to get to that Dell XPS 15, which I'm looking forward to testing out and getting you a review next week. So I think we're gonna call it quits over here. Do you have a name on Swap? I've never used them, but you've got great taste in products. Yes. It's I think it's my name. It's Andrew David, I guess. Yeah, and Swappa. Check me out. What I'll start doing is when I start posting products that I'm done with for sale on Swappa, I'll also put the link on Twitter. So for those of you who aren't following me on Twitter, make sure you're following me on Twitter, because that's where, of course, I post all the updates, as I mentioned in every video. So if you want to get some good deals on Twitter as well, check me out there. Okay, check me out. Will there be any update with the XPS 15 this year? Yes, I'm expecting one from what I'm hearing. They are going to go with an OLED display option, which I'm looking forward to. And by the way, HP is supposed to come out with an OLED display, which I took a look at in CES 2019 back in January. Gorgeous. This thing is going to blow you away, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Battery life, it will be an issue on that. We'll see. Yes, so the Dell XPS 15 is supposed to get an OLED option as well, and I'm looking forward to that. That's why I'm looking forward to the 4K display I'm going to check out this week with the current model. Hopefully, the OLED display will come sooner rather than later. So I think we're going to call it quits here. We're at almost an hour and 15 minutes. Not bad for a first live stream. I want to thank everybody for checking this out. And I know that there was a lot of technical difficulties. I wasn't able to put all the graphics and all the fancy stuff I normally do in my videos onto the live stream, but that will come next week when I plan to do another live stream. I don't know what time-wise what we're going to be seeing, so we'll have to see, but stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter. All the information, of course, is on my channel. Don't forget to check out the new videos coming this week. I will have the Dell XPS 15 video this week. I'm also going to check out, by the way, for a few minutes, I want to just tell you, the Huawei MediaPad M5 Lite. Now, I took a look at the M5 Pro last year, or late last year, loved it. Not too many tablets we can recommend in the Android arena, but this might be one that you want to check out. So check it out. Not a bad price. Really nice display. Awesome speakers on that. It's the M5 Lite. Stay tuned for that. It's coming very soon. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody once again. I want to let you know I will be doing this as a regular theme coming forward. We'll be doing a lot of live streaming, but I'm going to sign off right now. Got a lot to do. Got a lot of videos to work on. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.